walking to the Taj Mahal in the Coca-Cola Pavilion at the New York World's Fair. This is part of a tour around the world through the eyes of Coca-Cola. We're now standing in front of the fountains at the Taj Mahal. In the background you can hear the music of the lute and the water of the fountains as they give a very vivid and beautiful descriptive look at the picturesque Taj Mahal in India at the Coca-Cola Pavilion. Now as we walk on further, we go through an alleyway which brings us to Switzerland. As a matter of fact, it's to the Bavarian Alps, where we now go into a ski lodge in the Bavarian Alps. You can look out of the windows here and see the Alps in the background with the snow on them, all unbelievably realistically made, so that it is just as though you were there. In the background now you can hear the singers in here singing their songs, Bavarian folk songs, typical of what you might find in a ski lodge. And now we continue on our tour through the Coca-Cola Pavilion. The idea of this exhibit is to show the people at the World's Fair visiting this exhibit the many areas in which the products of the Coca-Cola Bottling Company are found. We're now walking into Angkor Wat, built in the 12th century A.D., which is in Cambodia, where we can see some ancient Cambodian relics. In the background you can hear the jungle sounds. As we look out we can see fireflies in the trees in this jungle. We're walking underneath an ancient replica of an archway in a very beautiful, descriptive, and colorful replica of an actual forest in Cambodia. Of course, all of this is just one of the sections in the Coca-Cola Pavilion's tour of the world. In the background now you can hear the waterfall, again still in the jungle. The animal sounds, the birds, and the trees. The pavilion is known for having a lot of very minute details that you have to be very careful to watch, such as the frogs and the forest deer who actually croak, and you can see them breathing. As we continue walking through the pavilion, the smells change. Each area has its own smell, and now we're standing on the deck of a ship supposedly docked out of Rio de Janeiro. You can hear the music in the background from the deck. You can see people through the windows, the silhouettes of them dancing. Off in the distance you can hear the boats and the seagulls in the water in the harbor at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here even the deck of the ship rocks, and you can feel the motors underneath you as they vibrate. And then at the final section of the Coca-Cola exhibit is a gallery of art from Atlanta, Georgia, which of course is the home of the Coca-Cola Bottling Company.
It's more convenient to save at convenience.
Dr. Pepper and 7-Up, 8 16-ounce bottles, $1.39 plus deposit.
It's more convenient.
When you and your family visit Walt Disney World in Florida, Come, stay in this spectacular hotel. It's one of two that United States Steel helped plan and build here. But this is more than a hotel. It's a prototype of a whole new way to build, and we're involved. Everything about it is striking, but most unusual is the way the rooms were made. Instead of being built in place, the rooms for this hotel were assembled in a nearby factory by our American Bridge Division. First came a steel frame, then a floor of poured concrete, wall panels from our USS Holmes Division. Next, the ceiling with air conditioning built right in. Then wall covering, a complete bath, even sliding doors. When the units leave the factory, they're trucked to the site and fitted into this 14-story frame like drawers into a chest. We're confident that schools, hospitals, and other structures will soon be built this revolutionary way. We not only supplied the structural steel, the cement and the foundations came from our Universal Atlas Cement Division. So come, stay at this unique hotel, a remarkable place inside and out. We're finding new ways to build. At United States Steel, we're involved.
Thank you, John.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Paul.
Tiny Tim, play Tiny Tim. That's what you gotta play. Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah, he's greatest ever, man. He's great. Oh, he's the greatest. You see. Yeah. You see if I ain't right, Kenny Everett.
Give us our
He's the
rendition of this
greatest
song.
fella on earth, man. Play Tiny Tim, gentle readers.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
It's not. He's real.
He's real, man. We saw him.
He's like her, but he's much better. You can sing great. He's good.
He's great.
I mean, he's good with it. It's like it's a funny joke at first, but it's not really.
He's
He's
great.
real. It's true.
How old is he?
Tiny Tim for president, or Tiny Tim for queen. Tiny Tim for president. Tiny Tim for queen.
Well, that's it, really.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ronald.
He'd like to interview my cohorts for the following few months show.
What is it?
It's the Kenny Everett show.
Is it? The Kenny Everett show.
Well, it's nice to be on the air again. Beetle George speaking from EMI Studios.
Sing goodbye to me. It's my last show next week.
Is it?
Well, we're here at the back end of the Wienermobile, and I'm here with Amy Kaplan, another one of the hot doggers. Amy, how many hot doggers are there in the U.S.?
There are 30 hot doggers crisscrossing the country, 3 in each Wienermobile.
So there's 10 Wienermobiles?
10 Wienermobiles total.
And I see you guys have got, what, Wisconsin plates on this?
Yes, Oscar Mayer is based out of Wisconsin, so the Wienermobiles have Wisconsin plates, and we have the Oscar Mayer 1967 vintage Wienermobile with us. This is the oldest running Wienermobile, so we're excited about it.
So what's your favorite part about being a hot dogger?
I love just the traveling and the seeing the country, all the new people and the great kids out at Talent Search and all the hot dogs that they cook out at the grocery stores.
So you like to eat hot dogs?
I love hot dogs with lots of ketchup.
So do you like sausage or bratwurst?
Bratwurst, great.
Oh, great. Well, I know a place where we can get some great bratwurst, and that's at the Bayernstube restaurant in Gibson City.
Cliffhangers. 3 continuing action-packed stories in one show. First, The Secret Empire. Marshal Jim Donner rides out of the past right into the future and discovers a secret city beneath the earth, filled with wonders and packed with thrills, far beyond the dreams of mortal men. A city ruled by an evil emperor whose one goal is to control all mankind. Next, a beautiful newspaper reporter travels the globe to uncover a plot which will end the world. But when this ring of master spies finds she's hot on their trail, all they want to do is stop Susan Williams. Then it's Dracula 79. The Prince of Darkness has returned to cast his spell upon the unwary. But the evil Count will never rest in peace, for Kurt and Mary have sworn to end his immortal reign. Can goodness triumph, or will Dracula rule the day? Watch Tuesday on NBC. They don't call them cliffhangers for nothing.
Let me help you. Oh, Fred was going to carry one of them, but he didn't want to throw me off balance.
Vivian Vance, television's #1 second banana. In 1951, Vivian was known to millions as Lucy Ricardo's sidekick, Ethel Mertz, on the hit sitcom I Love Lucy. 38-year-old Vivian couldn't walk down the street without people recognizing her as Lucy's partner in crime.
She says, they only know me as Ethel Mertz. And she says, that is another reason I'm going to an analyst.
Well, it wasn't the first time. Vivian Vance spent many hours on the psychiatrist's couch. Paranoia was part of Vivian's life, long before she ever heard of Ethel Mertz.
She was so afraid of losing her mind completely that she would put a note in her pocket with her name and address.
On this episode of Mysteries and Scandals, we'll go behind the laughter of I Love Lucy and take a look at Vivian's battles with on-screen husband Fred, played by William Frawley.
He retaliated by suggesting lines for Fred to say to insult Ethel.
People used to ask her, "Hi, Viv, how's Bill Frawley?" And she used to always say, "Dead, thank God."
We'll also explore the explosive relationship of TV's most famous female duo.
Lucy had many demands of Vivian. One of them was that Vivian keep her weight up.
And we'll hear from the only surviving star of I Love Lucy, the actor who played Little Ricky, Keith Thibodeau.
She always kind of lived in the shadow of being Ethel, this frumpy lady.
I'm AJ Benza. Join me as we explore the secret side of Ethel Mertz, Vivian Vance.
L'Air du Temps is the most romantic gift of fragrance a man can give a woman.
L'Air du Temps by Nina Ricci.
Let's face it, being sick is better than being in school. But it does get a little boring. I mean, how many Laverne and Shirley reruns can a guy watch? That's why this pocket pinball game is just what the doctor ordered. It's lots of fun and it's small enough to play anywhere. And the built-in alarm tells you when it's time to get more sympathy. Mom, I need something to drink. You gotta milk a good thing for all it's worth.
Pinball, the onboard game by Nintendo.
Uncle Tim, I'm making dinner. Want to stay?
What are you having?
Pork chops?
Just pork chops?
Pork chops with potatoes. Or stovetop stuffing for pork.
Stuffing? I'm staying.
Stovetop stuffing made specially for pork. It makes it a meal worth staying for.
Wow, this stovetop tastes great with pork.
Stovetop made it to go with pork.
Great combination.
Stovetop stuffing for pork. Look for the green box.
announcing the opening of Arizona's first complete hemp store. Welcome to CHA Exclusively Hemp, located at 7101 East Stetson Drive in Scottsdale. CHA stands for the Coalition for Hemp Awareness, and the sales of hemp products at the Exclusively Hemp store goes directly to support the political advocacy activities of the Coalition for Hemp Awareness. Exclusively Hemp offers you a select range of the most unique and best products available, and it's all fabricated from true cannabis hemp. Exclusively Hemp created the industry, and they put together a collection of the best examples of hemp available. Take a look at their clothing, stationery, jewelry, belts, lotion, and the other products made from hemp. With the purchase of these hemp products, you, the buyer, becomes an active part in the efforts to return our Earth's #1 natural renewable resource as an economic-based crop. Your Christmas shopping isn't complete without stopping by Exclusively Hemp, located at 7101 East Stetson Drive in Scottsdale. That's the northeast corner of 5th Avenue in Stetson, in the Clock Tower building in Scottsdale's 5th Avenue shopping area.
Hey, it's Halloween, so don't just sit around and start feeling sorry for yourself. Get into the spirit, get out there and do something. And parents, if you're sending your kids out trick-or-treating tonight, make sure they're wearing bright clothing and reflective colors. This has been a public service announcement.
Shit, man. What a party. 4 kegs? God,
Drink all 5, like it's 7 or something.
What you had. How many people are out there? No, wait a minute, there were only 4 for everyone, and you drank 5 by yourself.
No.
Yeah, right. You did.
There was 5 at 5 o'clock, and now there's 4. And it's
Halloween
4.
always like this? Yeah, especially Halloween night, it gets really dark. Usually does at times.
And the mystery. There's always like an aura.
Yeah,
you know, it was around here when it gets rainy and it's misty and it's moving around.
You get that really weird Smirsh music, like
Smirsh.
Smudge in the West guy over here. I don't see him around. I mean, around all the time. I don't know. It looks. I don't know. Wait a minute. Somebody asked him. I don't know. Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I stop in once a year and sort of get people into the Halloween spirit, as it were. Midnight. Gotta go. Happy Halloween.
No. I could. No, I don't think so. Well, those weirdos run around loose, every day.
Especially at night.
No.
Yeah, Halloween night.
I saw him somewhere.
I think maybe the satanic music of Smirsh must have called him out.
That's right.
Did you hear them? They were singing.
And it's like in a dream.
Hey, it's Halloween. What are you waiting for? Get out of bed.
I'm gonna take some extra stink Tylenol capsules and go to sleep for a while. I'm working on a badge with Sissy too.
That sounds kind of suspicious. Don't you think?
No, you know what I mean, Shannon. All I have to do is make a scrapbook and 5 other things.
Wow, for my badge, I don't need to do 4 things altogether. Write a 200-word essay, and take care of them and read a book, and that's it.
We're almost done with this tape, aren't we, Shannon?
Yeah.
We're using Michelle's big radio cassette recorder, and it's big, and then so Mom's going to bingo tonight. We're almost done with this.
I got $10 from Grandma Cindy, $3 from Bob, a couple other things.
You know, Dennis, remember how Shannon never washed his hair? He still doesn't. He's so
I do.
hair.
I got this, those little time things, the little clocks that you can stick in the car somewhere? Me and April both got one. I had to set them for us.
And see, it has Velcro on the back too. See, listen. And I got a pair of gloves because I got a Strawberry Shortcake alarm clock, but it didn't take very much because it didn't work very well. So I traded it in, and I got 2 things, but they costed more than they were supposed to. And so I got a shirt in this lavender, and it says for sure on it, and I got a pair of gloves that are pink, too. Well, we don't have a little bit of room left, so we're gonna have to say goodbye.
We're gonna have to say goodbye pretty soon, and then Michelle and Debbie are gonna have to start recording their side because we're really close to the end.
Well, hope to see you soon. I hope you call us when you get the tape
and you listen to it.
And listen to it.
We want to know if you liked it or not.
Hope you have a tape recorder.
He does. I'm sure you do.
Hi, Debbie.
Good
tidings to you wherever you are. Merry Christmas from Payless and Happy New Year. Bye, Dennis. Bye.
Gotta go now.
Gotta go now.
Mom needs Michelle's help and she has to run the tape recorder.
Hey, over here. Here.
Let's have it.
You get it when I couldn't ready.
Isn't it funny? We see one another every day in the office, and we have to go to Berlin to get to know each other, Christine.
Well, let's drink to Berlin. How about it? I believe the next round's on you.
Right you are. 2 more Camparis, honey.
Right on. Hi.
Hello, honey.
You two are early birds today. The usual poison? Say, who are the 2 studs? A couple of big spenders from the West.
They look all right for 2 dudes.
Looks like they're pretty hard off. They skipped the city tour to make eyes at their secretaries. I wish they gave me a little dictation. Get your steno pad and go to it. Can we get them away from those 2 birds?
Do you feel like a little bit of fresh country air, do you?
The usual swimmers in this pool of iniquity are slowly beginning to get on my nerves, as well as a few other places.
Hey. Hi, ladies. How's the cyanide coming?
Right up.
Hi there.
Hi, kid.
Hello. There you go.
They look lethal. Thanks. Yeah. Here's something to wet your whistles on.
Oh, high time.
Yeah.
More like a high ball.
Watch your language.
Mud in your eye.
Cheers, everyone.
Well, let's check out those 2 big spenders before their secretaries start making it.
I want the bozo on the right.
Who cares? Their wallets are all that interest me.
Hey.
I hope that hair dye doesn't come off in the water.
Okay, let's get back to the game. Whose turn was it? Mine. Okay, girls, halftime's over.
That was my hairdo. It's an improvement on the tour bus.
I hope we're not getting in your way, ladies.
Free country, have a ball.
Think fast, Chris. Too late.
Ooh, sorry about that. I wasn't aiming at you. But since we've already met, why don't we take advantage of the situation and invite you two into the game?
What do you say?
I can't think of any better way for us to meet those gentlemen.
Fine. Then you take up your position over there. Hey, Dieter, you're on. Get her, Dieter. Here. Hi. What about me? Just a sec. Here I come. Attaboy,
Dieter! You enjoy yourselves. I don't feel like playing anymore.
Hold on. Wait for me. I'll be right back, gang. Hey, take your time.
Okay, now you get in the middle. It's your turn next.
I don't feel like competing with professionals. Let's go somewhere else.
Fine with me. But where?
Let's go to the country. We can swim outdoors there.
Okay, you tell them we're going.
We're off to the river, fellas. The sun's out, you know.
Come on, girls. We're having fun. How do you like that?
You've got your work cut out for you. So long.
Bye.
Oh, sorry about that. We didn't mean to chase your girlfriends away.
Don't worry about it. They're just a couple of girls from the bookkeeping department. We're all here on a company outing.
You mean you're strangers in town and you're wasting your time in a swimming pool?
Just wanted to grab a quick swim before going to town. We've had our swim. Now it's about time we visit a few points of interest. You two are local natives. You must know your way around.
All right. Let's show these two fellas the bright spots of Berlin.
You're in for a few surprises.
Sounds great. That's what we came here for.
New from Prado Max, it's the Jungle Todd Bulletproof Pencil.
With the retractable flinch-resistant Diazo insert.
Just when the whole world seems to be pointing its big finger at you, point back with a big one of your own. You never know when you might be in a situation like this. But if you had had a Jungle Todd, who knows? Developed in the jungle by Todd, this amazing new utensil takes what you have coming for it and never draws the line. Doctors and pharmacists even subjected it to the flex density test in the tunnel of scrutiny.
We drew some definite conclusions about the Jungle Todd.
Almost one.
It made me do wheelies.
It even writes backwards.
No state could be that tough.
People all over a continent are setting their coordinates for the new Jungle Todd models. So protect that little place near your pocket, or just your expensive lead, with the new Jungle Todd Bulletproof Pencil. Rubber alloy gripper zone extra.
Hold on to your seats, kids. Here we go.
The Fabulous Funnies.
Like a brand new day, we're here again, spreading sunshine to everyone. We've rounded up all our friends for you. I'm Elliot with a joke or two.
The Fabulous Funnies.
Abracadabra, Alakazam. Broomhilda can make you smile.
I know I can.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
And hi, I'm Sluggo. And there's lots of fun wherever we go.
The Fabulous Funnies.
And the captain and funny adventures are on their way.
We're Hans and Fritz, and we're here to say that we're all going to learn a lot of important lessons today on how to work and how to play.
The fabulous funny.
So sit right back and put on your smiles. It's a beautiful day. Come on and stay a
Fabulous
while.
funny.
Let's have a good time. What do you say?
The fabulous funny.
I am at Herald Center. What was at the top? The food court. Such a lost place. Just a hop, skip and a jump from the next elevator. We are tired. We are missing. We need Earweird.
It's about Australian attitudes to sex and censorship. It's the Naked Bunyip. What do you think about the degree of permissiveness in film and theatre, of sex in advertising, the pop scene, abortion, contraception, homosexuality, prostitution? Does sex mean love? Is the subject still taboo? The Naked Bunyip is a searching and tolerant survey of all aspects of sex in modern society.
But at the moment I'm working as a female impersonator and I love doing it.
Graham Blundell, as the game market researcher, faces a challenge just a little too big for him. He saw sex as Australia sees it, in the spotlights of the Pink Pussycat, at Les Girls, in sequins and feathers. He talks with the madam of a brothel, with fashion models, photographers, the guy in the street, with Ray Taylor, Dr. Bertram Wainer, and many others. It's all told with a gentle sense of humor in The Naked Bunyip.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Galileo Factory World. This is the
Sega exhibited Galileo Factory, a thrilling metal game machine with a complex ball roller coaster located in the center unit at the AOU 2009 Amusement Expo. Galileo Factory is an arcade game that's fully loaded with various exciting lottery functions, including active lotteries based on physical elements that use balls and liquid crystal slots. The game provides endless enjoyment for players of all skill levels, from beginners to advanced players.
こちらがですね、セガメダルの大定番のガリレオファクトリーです。見ていただくと分かる通り、多彩なギミックを搭載しているメダルゲームですね。
Galileo Factory features a new type of medal slot, and all you have to do is put the medal into the bowl and turn the handle to easily launch the medals into the game. The liquid crystal slot provides many opportunities to win medals through double-up games and various bonus games. And with the ball roller coaster, multiple players can try their luck at jackpot games such as Scramble Chance, for even more chances to win medals. Digging for news.
Beat inflation, folks, with Woolworth Dollar Day Super Values. Just $1 buys a Whisk-On pan set or a bucket of 24 sponges. Your choice of steel oven pans, Super Seal food containers, or Camaro 20 exposure color film. Get 2 polyester blankets for just $7. Vinyl lampshades for just $5. See our circular for hundreds of Dollar Day Super Values. It's like inflation never happened at Woolworth now.
Our West Coast editor, Ron Hendren, fills us in about that and other news from the entertainment world. Morning, Ron.
Good morning, Carol. A major renovation in filmmaking will come to theaters by the end of this summer. The creator is Douglas Trumbull, who masterminded the special effects for 2001 and Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The process is called ShowScan. It requires gigantic screens and superb sound, so really we can't do it justice on TV. However, Trumbull says that ShowScan results in a heightened sense of reality that's something like Cinerama, only better.
So we did some experiments, and we ended up with a system which photographs and projects at 60 frames per second onto a very, very large screen. Very, very bright. It's about 4 times larger than a regular movie, 4 times brighter than a regular movie. Sound system is much higher quality. The lenses are much higher quality. And the total of information that's sort of coming at your nervous system in the theater is more than 10 times what you see in a regular movie theater.
ShowScan will be tested next month in 4 specially designed theaters that are built next door to Showbiz pizza parlors.
The films will be shorter. Very high impact, everything you'd expect to see in a feature film, but compressed in time.
Trumbull has made several 22-minute films using this process, but he emphasizes that ShowScan can work just as well for films like Gandhi or Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, my name is Jeff Sims. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions about the music business. Yeah, let me get our manager.
So tell me, Jeff, how's the research going?
After going through my own record collection, I went to the shopping mall as you suggested.
Did you have any difficulty?
Some. I tried to interview 2 teenagers in the record department, but when they found out I was a Christian, they hassled me a little bit. But most of the people I talked to were pretty nice. One store clerk even recruited one of his friends in the store to answer my survey questionnaire. After that, I copied down some of the song titles from the albums of the more popular groups for the past few years.
Well, you have been busy. Have you come to any conclusions yet?
Well, I haven't made any final decision, if that's what you mean. I'm still sorting things out, but I guess I am bothered about one thing. I never really realized before how dependent I've been on rock. Just walking by the audio store with the music playing, I just stopped there and listened without realizing what I was doing. The beat just grabbed me. Couldn't get the music out of my mind until I got home and played one of the tapes you gave me. It was just weird being controlled like that.
Well, Jeff, I'm really proud of you the way you stuck with our deal. With only 5 days left, I think I should tell you something that may help you make your decision.
What's that?
Right after I was saved, when I was 16, I also researched rock music to see if it had a place in my Christian life. Only my decision was a little bit more difficult to make than yours because I was a rock and roll musician at the time.
You? But you're a preacher.
Yeah, well, now I'm a preacher, but when I was 16, I wanted to be a rock and roll musician. I was a drummer in our older brother's band. We were pretty good for local talent. Then I got saved and things began to change. So, you see, I do understand what you're going through. No matter how much my music meant to me, I had to know if it conflicted with my relationship with Jesus Christ. I think you know what I decided.
Yeah, but you were going to be a preacher. I mean, everybody expects a preacher to be holy and
walk the straight and narrow. Jeff, I wasn't called to be a minister until my sophomore year in college. Just like you at 16, I didn't know where I was headed. But when Christ came into my heart, my values changed. Some sinful habits I had to get rid of instantly, but other things that had played a big part of my life, well, I had to give them up. I remember right after I was saved, my best friend decided he didn't want to pal around with some religious holy Joe. Deciding to become a Christian even cost me a few friends. But in the long run, it was worth it.
Well, why didn't you tell me this from the beginning?
In the beginning, wouldn't you have thought I was trying to push you into a corner? Force a decision on you may later have regretted? Now, you had to do your own research. Come to your own conclusions. Now, with the work almost completed, you're facing some difficult choices. It's not as easy as a simple yes or no, is it?
Part of me wishes I'd never even started. Choices. It's not only rock music now, but my friendship with Marty's shaky because of all this. And Melissa's not exactly happy. She expects me to go back the way it was before all this started. And Mom's been real nice so far, but what if I do decide to go back to my old music? If I make my decision one way, my friends are going to hate me, and if I make my decision the other way, my parents are going to kill me.
Well, I think you may be exaggerating the point just a little bit. Besides, aren't you forgetting someone?
Who?
Jesus Christ.
In an age of myth and legend, the world trembles before the power of Necron, master of evil, ruler of ice. Against him stand Tigra, princess of Firekeep, and captive of the ice demons, Larn, last of a mighty warrior tribe, and her only hope of escape. And Dark Wolf, mysterious avenger, and sworn enemy of the Ice Tyrant. Their courage will be tested. The challenge must be met. The final battle between the armies of the cold and the keepers of the flame is about to begin. Fire and Ice, from the visual imagination of Ralph Bakshi and the dazzling artistry of Frank Frazetta. A fantasy adventure from 20th Century Fox.
At TNA High, the student bodies got a lot more bounce to the ounce.
Thank you, miss.
And the screwballs only have one thing on their minds.
Whipped cream, big boy. I think you've needed this kind of private lesson for a long time.
What were you doing in the girls' restrooms?
Field trip? That's Purity Bush. Last holdout at TNA High.
No, I always have a headache.
Pussy factor. If you're looking for something different, but can't quite put your finger on it, it's Screwballs.
Nice shot.
Mind lighting my vibrant?
Oh, whack it off!
Meow.
Who's coming to Junior?
Yes, everyone's trying to hide the salami in Screwballs, where homework takes on a whole new meaning.
Oh my God, a TNA orgy.
Screwballs, the nuts who always score. It's not a dirty movie, really. Trust me.
This picture is disgusting.
It's April 19th, 2005, and somewhere right now, a child is shining a laser pointer at his teacher's boobs. Someone's getting detention. You're listening to Daily Sonic. I'm Ani Katz. Today's episode is brought to you by PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Karmaloop, an online urban and hip-hop clothing and fashion store, the Make Trade Fair campaign, making sure that farmers and other workers in poor countries get a fair deal, and InSound, an online music store for indie rock, punk, electronic, and more. Links to our sponsors can be found on our website, dailysonic.com.
It's everywhere. On the farm, in the office, in the barbershop, indoors and out, at work or at play. It's always with us. in the busiest and the loneliest parts of the world.
You can visit dailysonic.com and call our listener line, 877-SONIC-LINE, 28 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm Adam Varga, and here's today's rundown. You can simply fast forward to any of these segments. At the 2-minute mark, Ani brings you today's news. At 5 minutes and 45 seconds, Isaac Dolan works his science magic to put 28 hours into a 24-hour day. Thank you, Isaac. At 11.5 minutes, Aaron Taylor Waldman brings us part 2 in this week's music series on Bhangra. At 17.5 minutes, I've got an evil corporate plan to ensure Coca-Cola's worldwide domination. Now all I need is a dark business suit. At the 24-minute mark, our 1-minute serial radio drama, Fuck You Robot, celebrating human-robot diversity for over 25 years. At 25 minutes, Aaron discusses the latest album from Venetian Snares. And finally, at 33.5, Centerville, Utah in the house.
Some scientists are telling us the world is getting warmer. Hey, guess we're gonna need some cooler drinks. Introducing icebreakers, the screwdriver, the sea breeze, the New Orleans hurricane. Refreshingly frozen right from your freezer and basically cooler than anything you ever tasted. Icebreakers, you're in for the chill of your life.
You're watching Repo Man on the Sci-Fi Channel.
An RCA black and white TV is yours free when you buy any 1980 XL100 color console during RCA's second set bonus days.
I got a free TV.
These consoles are the best XL100s RCA's ever made. Buy one from your participating RCA dealer, and soon you'll be singing.
I got a free TV.
Available in Speedway at G&M TV or in Rushville at Curtis Brothers.
Woody Allen's latest film.
Where's Tom? Broadway Bachelors, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
Honeymoon in Haiti?
Done about 6.
You were scream.
The film is Woody Allen's The Purple Rose of Cairo, another inventive film from one of America's few remaining adventurous filmmakers. The something extra in this little Woody Allen comedy is an affectionate tribute to the magical power of movies themselves, as we follow a very complicated story in which Mia Farrow, a waitress in the 1930s, stuck in a bad marriage, begins seeing the same romantic adventure film over and over again at her neighborhood theater until she falls in love with one of the characters in the movie, a dashing young explorer, and he responds in a classic scene by looking down off the screen right at Mia Farrow in the audience. He strikes up a conversation with her, and then he steps right off the screen and into her life. And that forces the film company to send the actor who played the explorer to visit the town to see if he can talk his movie character to go back up on the screen so the movie can get going. But when the actor runs into Mia Farrow at her little town, she thinks he's the character from the movie who she's friendly with.
Wait a minute.
Come here.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not Tom. I'm Gil Shepard. I play Tom.
What?
How do you know Tom?
Oh my God, I don't believe it. You're guilty. I've seen you in lots of movies.
Where's Tom?
Broadway Bachelors, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
Honeymoon in Haiti?
Done about 6.
You were scream.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Try to do one a year, you know, just to keep... Where's Tom?
Why?
Well, he's my character. I created him.
Didn't the man who wrote the movie do that?
Yes, technically. But I made him live. I fleshed him out.
You did a wonderful job. He's adorable.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Cecilia.
Cecilia. Where is he?
Why?
Has he done anything wrong?
Wrong like what?
Has he stolen anything or attacked any females? You?
No, gosh, no. He's as sweet as can be.
Well, I played him sweet. I was well reviewed.
Well, he comes across.
Good. Look, I gotta speak to him.
You're not upset with him?
Well, a little, yes, but I know if I spoke to him, we could straighten everything out.
Oh, I don't know.
Please, I have a right.
Well, it has to be secret. He doesn't want to have to go back into the movie.
And he doesn't want to go. And one of the plot points in this movie involves Mia Farrow trying to make a choice between that actor and the character he plays. Now, that's a great story. But at its core, I think the real love story in Purple Rose of Cairo is between Woody Allen and the movies themselves. I think this picture joins Francois Truffaut's Day for Night as one of the best movies about movies. This film is a tribute to the hypnotic power of movies, to the glories of even the most cornball movies, because the movie involved here is a cornball movie. Because even in a bad movie, those characters up on that golden screen are probably speaking to someone, somewhere, at some time. And I think it's a beautiful sentiment about
You know, it fits right in with some of the other movies Woody Allen has made recently, including one I didn't like so much, Stardust Memories, which is about his problems with celebrity, or his character's problems with being famous and wanting to have your own private life. And then Zelly, which was about the anonymous man who was in all of the pictures with all of the famous people, but nobody could ever remember who that guy in the middle was. Now here's a guy that comes out from the screen. This is Woody Allen, who is not only one of our best filmmakers, but one of our brightest filmmakers, making films about the way that films work on us. And it's fascinating. The movie is fun. It works as a movie. I enjoyed it as a movie. And it also gave me much more to think about than I would ever expect to get from a movie comedy.
It's also a little bit of wish fulfillment. Wouldn't that be great if it did happen? You know,
wouldn't you love it if Nastasia Kinski came down off the screen and said, "Hi, Gene. Nice to see you. I'm going to go sit next to Roger over here."
She would never say that.
2 thumbs up for Woody Allen's latest, The Purple Rose of Cairo, a romantic tribute to the movies, and a slightly split decision.
Well, I don't have a job anymore anyway. I've been waiting to do this. Come on, George. Come on, Mary.
Save our job! Stop Master Green! 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 Save our job!
610. I've got 4 demonstrators here with signs at the south entrance. I'm going out to see if I can disperse them.
10-4-6-10, keep me informed. Stop Master Green! Save our job! Stop Master Green! Save our job!
Folks, folks, my name is Officer Bryson. Can you all quiet down so we can talk about this? Listen to me, folks. You can't gather in this area. There are other areas for you to demonstrate. You just can't do it here. Listen, you're blocking access to the building. You're creating a safety hazard. You're breaking the law. Leave the area now.
Save our job! Stop Master Green! Save our job! Stop Master Green! Save our job! Stop Master Green!
610. I'm at the south entrance. The demonstrators refuse to disperse. I'm going to need some assistance down here.
An impending confrontation, a potential threat. Every day all over the country, law enforcement officers are placed into situations such as this one, where they must take immediate action to neutralize the danger. It's a way of life for everyone with a badge. Split-second decisions they must make regarding the use of force necessary to control a situation that can change people's lives forever. The responsibility is monumental because human lives truly do weigh in the balance. But the training professionals at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center recognize the critical nature of these day-to-day decisions. As a result, they've designed a use of force model which can help identify and interpret various levels of resistance within a given situation. and which suggests corresponding standardized responses to each of these perceptions. The purpose of this program is to provide officers and students alike with a graphic illustration of that model.
Hi, everybody. I'm Charlie Baffle, mayor of a great fun place, Old Chicago. You can live it upside down on our Loop roller coaster. Or how about our carousel? We even have lots of other rides, too, for the whole family. And the little people can have the time of their lives. And you can even see the star of the show. No, not her, silly. That's me, Charlie Baffle. We even have a full-time circus show and everything. There's even a disco party every weekend. All at Old Chicago. Yep.
As we enter Fantasyland, we cross the lagoon where you can pilot a motorboat. Nearby, you can see the white and gold entrance to It's a Small World.
Meet the Happy Hour Detectives. They've just graduated to the top of their class.
You were pursuing a known criminal, and I am sorry that your mother got shot.
Their first assignment? Recover a secret formula which has the most incredible side effects.
Beer!
You will have milk on your cereal.
I want beer!
Milk!
Beer!
Milk! So join the party and cut loose.
Again.
Everyone's going to happy hour.
To a small percentage of mods, the drug trip and get high scene has come to be a way of life. The ultimate in weapons for this group of self-alienated youth is escaping reality by total oblivion through the use of drugs. It's a sad fact that suicide rates have risen throughout most of the civilized world in this 18 to 25 age group. In Iran, 95% of the suicides are in this age group. In the United States, it's nearly 1 in 10. Acid heads and potheads feel that the real answers to life can be found by the use of drugs. On a conservative estimate, at least 30% of all college students in this country turn on with everything, ranging from pet pills called uppers to barbiturates called downers, marijuana and amyl nitrate and methadone to hallucinogenics including LSD and peyote, and natural highs from baked banana skins to huge doses of cinnamon to even sniffing airplane glue. The widespread use of grass, better known to the unhip as marijuana, is now so widely accepted that it must be considered an integral part of the now generation's life experience. Private studies show that no fewer than 50% of some high school students have tried pot at least once, and 25% turn on at least once or twice a week. Marijuana has given way to acid, which is illegally sold at $6 a cap, as opposed to 50 cents for a Mary Jane cigarette, which is a much milder kick. Statistically, the greatest majority of the hip generation shy away from the opium derivatives such as heroin and morphine. It's because these drugs are a total withdrawal from awareness. The mod generation demands their now to be heightened and their experience more meaningful. The mods who turn on to pot or acid say their drug trip means ecstasy, sensual unfolding, illumination, even religious experience, a contact with nature, reevaluation. But for many, it simply adds up to one word: the end.